You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. And the number to call, we're talking about do-overs in your life or something you could take back. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. And right now, I want to talk to Max here. Let me see. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for calling the program. Hello?
Hello? Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. What is your name?
Miss Brown, my name is Moo Larson.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm going to pull over because I'm driving.
Yes, and I don't want you to get into an accident while you're talking to me. That's so responsible what you're doing right now.
Thank you. I just want to say the do-over moment is now. You're doing it over now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're saying the do-over moment is now.
Is now. Let's do it over because, about, I would say 15 to 20 years ago when I was dating a person and I told him that I wanted to become an acupuncturist.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, that's a really hard thing to do. I hear that it's very difficult and most people don't succeed when they start.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of people don't know what it entails to become an acupuncturist. But the short of it is, I am an acupuncturist today because one morning I woke up and I said, why can't I do it? It's in me to do it. It's in my nature to do it.
Yes.
I see myself helping other people through traditional Chinese medicine. So whatever the obstacle is, I'm going to get through it because this is my destiny. And so the power of visualization and the ability to manifest belongs to everybody.
So you decided that, well, I guess that was something you thought about doing some time ago and you didn't do it. And so you decided after that conversation with that person, I'm going to do that over. I'm going to do this now.
Yeah, and this was like years later. And I think of myself as having like a 10-year delay because there was a period of a decade where every time somebody said, no, you can't do that, every time I was discouraged, every time a door closed, I wouldn't even let the other door open. I'd say, oh, the door's closed. And now, I'm 40 years old now, and I say, everything, honestly, Mr. Brown, everything that I visualize manifests. Because I understand now that things can happen in their own time.
Yes.
And I'm open to the possibility of things happening in the right time. And that I can do this. I can do things within my nature.
Wow. And so it's not just something that you can look back and say, this is what I could have done or this is what I would do over, but you're saying right now we can make that decision because there are things that happen in their own time. This is very true.
Yes, and you're in the middle of your do-over.
Come on, I like that. Okay, now what do your friends call you?
Moo, M-U.
Moo.
Moo.
Well, thank you, Moo. Thank you for listening and thank you for calling in, Lady Moo.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you. And Les will be fine, okay? Thank you. Wow. She said, I'm in the midst of my do-over. That's true. And you're in the midst of your do-over. Now, maybe you're not because I am doing my life over. But she's made a point. But I'm sure that there's some things when you look at in your life that it was that moment of decision, that moment when you said, you know what? The power to take that back is something that I wish for right now. The power to do that over is really on me right now. I'm sure all of us have those moments in our lives, that desire to do something over, the desire to take something back. I said something to someone once and silenced them. I silenced them, and the do-over for me, I would have found a different way to say it. I would have found a different way to give them some feedback. There's something Bernie Dorman of CEO Space talked about, plus somebody rather than criticize them, plus them. When you think in terms of plussing someone, you think in terms of a positive way. You give someone some constructive feedback and help them to grow from the feedback as opposed to stifle them and to strangle them and to destroy their spirit. And I did not have the tools and the maturity and the wisdom available to me at that time to handle that situation in a more mature and effective way. And I've regretted that, even though they've accepted my apology. But I can still see the residue of that because that person never really came into their power because of what I didn't know, the power of what I had to shut her down. Hello, how are you? Damon, thank you for calling in. The number to call is 888-539-2980. And Damon, I want to thank you for calling in. What's your do-over, Damon?
You're quite welcome. This is a tough one, Les. I would not have kids out of wedlock.
Mm.
And I say that just because, now that I'm older and I'm married now.
Yes.
And it's just a tough time dealing with seeing the kids because, their mom is still bitter.
Yes, the baby mama drama.
So that's definitely something I would change if I could go back.
Yeah. Yeah, I join you on that one there. Absolutely. Yes. Look here, that's a do-over. Look here, I would have to say I would do that over, and I would do that over, and I would do that over, because I got 10. I don't know why I didn't think about that one first.
I love them dearly. I'm glad they're here.
Yes.
We, as adults, we need to get along and think about the kids and their well-being.
Yes.
And if we were able to come together for their best interest,
yes,
it would be good. But unfortunately, we're not able to do that, and the courts have to be involved, and it only hurts the kids.
It's an ugly thing, and it affects the kids psychologically and mentally. It a whole host of things. I've been very fortunate with the number of kids I've had. I only had one baby mama drama, just one, but that was enough to make up for all the other ones. She had me praying a whole lot,
We started listening to you, and I listen every day now, and I appreciate what you're doing. So
okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling in and sharing that. That's very courageous on your part.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, all of us have some do-overs. That's another one. I've got several do-overs. They're coming to me right now. Hello, how are you? I want to share with you right now, Shelley, the opportunity for you to talk about your do-over or your take-back. What is it that you would do differently?
Well, I was married for 20 years, and it wasn't the greatest of marriages, but one thing that I did to contribute was I said something once that I should not have said in the way that I said it.
Mm-hmm.
I've always bit my nails. I've done it since I can't remember not doing it. And it used to just grate on my ex-husband. And one day he was giving me a hard time about it, and I said, I don't care what you think. And I shouldn't have said it like that, but because for another 15 years of that marriage,
mm-hmm.
he brought up to me, well, you don't care what I think.
Mm.
And I shouldn't have said it like that, and now the marriage is over, but I'm much more aware of what I say and how it could be taken wrong.
Yes, wow.
So,
and so he never let you live that down.
No, he didn't.
Wow. Listen, thank you for calling in and sharing that. Thank you. And thank you for listening to the program. All right, take care. We're talking about do-overs. What would you do over or take back? The number to call is 888-539-2980. 888-539-2980. My name is